judgment-free cleaning space, how to let go of guilt and finally take back your home. You're staring at a room that feels impossible. Every corner seems to whisper reminders of what you haven't done. There's clutter on the floor, papers on the counter, clothes draped over furniture, and a quiet sense of defeat hanging in the air. You keep saying you'll start tomorrow, but somehow tomorrow never feels like the right day. You walk through the house trying not to see it, trying not to feel it, but it's there. And under that clutter lies something heavier: guilt. Guilt for letting it get this bad. Guilt for not having the energy you used to. Maybe guilt for not knowing where to begin. And if you've started avoiding guests, closing doors when people come by, or keeping excuses ready in case anyone asks about your home, you're not alone. That shame is powerful. But this is not a video about judgment. This is about healing, about creating a space where you can finally breathe again, where you can start small and steady and rebuild not just your home, but your confidence. Cleaning doesn't have to be punishment. It can be an act of kindness towards yourself, a way of saying, I still care about me. And that's what we're going to do today. Rebuild that sense of care, one gentle step at a time. Why guilt makes clutter worse? Let's start with what's really standing in the way. Not laziness, not the mess itself, but guilt. Clutter doesn't happen because people don't care. It happens because life happens. Health changes, mobility shifts, family moves away, energy fades. Sometimes you lose someone and suddenly the things they left behind become sacred. Sometimes it's perfectionism. You can't clean it perfectly, so you don't start at all. And the guilt starts to build. Every time you walk past a messy shelf or over a pile of things, you tell yourself, I should have handled that by now. You hear that word should again and again until it starts to sting. But guilt doesn't clean anything. It freezes you. It feeds the problem. It makes you avoid the space because looking at it hurts. That's why the first step toward a judgment-free home is to drop the idea that clutter means failure. You're not behind. You're not lazy. You've been surviving. You've been prioritizing other things, your health, your loved ones, your peace. Today, we're not here to relive mistakes. We're here to move forward, gently and without shame. Creating a judgment-free zone. Before you pick up a single item, set the emotional tone of your space. You're not walking into a battlefield. You're walking into a place that deserves care. Start by banning the word should. No more, I should have cleaned this weeks ago. No more, I should be better at this. Replace that with, I'm learning to care for my space in a new way. That single shift changes everything. Then silence comparisons. No one's home looks like the magazines. Not one. Even those perfect online spaces you see on videos, they're staged. What you have is a home that's lived in, that holds your memories, your habits, and your real life. That's something to be proud of. Next, create comfort before you even start cleaning. Open a window. Play soft music that calms you. Make a warm drink. Maybe light a candle if you like. The goal isn't to punish yourself with hard work, is to create an environment that feels peaceful enough to begin. And when judgment creeps in, and it will, pause for a second and say, I'm allowed to start again. Say it out loud. Every single person who has ever cleaned anything has started from too much at least once. You're not behind. You're right on time. Start small, not perfect. This is where most people get stuck. You walk into a cluttered space and immediately think, I'll clean the whole room. But that thought alone is overwhelming. Then the exhaustion hits before you even begin and you walk away. Instead, pick one tiny visible space. Not a room, just a space. Maybe a single table, one counter, a chair cover with clothes, or a single nightstand. That's all. That's your zone. Set a timer for 10 or 15 minutes. During that time, don't think about anything else in the room. Just focus on that one area. Throw away what's clearly trash, put things that belong elsewhere into a basket, keep only what truly belongs there. When the timer stops, stop working. Step back and look at what you've done. It might not seem like much, but you'll feel it. The air feels lighter. You can see a clean surface again. That small victory matters more than finishing the whole house because it breaks the mental block that kept you frozen. Progress, not perfection. That's the mantra.
A messy home doesn't mean you've failed. It means your environment hasn't caught up with the life you're living now. Maybe you've been through a transition, retirement, downsizing, loss, health changes, or simply a different rhythm of life. What used to work no longer does. That's not something to judge. It's something to adapt to. Ask yourself, what do I need this space to be for me now? Not 10 years ago, not when the kids lived here, not before the move. Today. Maybe that means fewer decorations, simpler furniture, or clearer walking paths. Maybe it means keeping only what you use weekly and letting go of the rest. Judgment-free cleaning isn't about going back. It's about designing your home around the person you've become. Making cleaning feel manageable. Now let's make it practical. Comfort is your priority. Put on soft clothes, supportive shoes, and maybe gloves if you're dealing with dust or old items. Then gather just 3 things: a trash bag, a laundry basket, and a donation box. That's it. No fancy systems, no bins for every category. Keep it simple. Here's your rhythm. Trash goes straight out. Don't let it linger. Donate. Put generally used items in the box. Keep. Put what you love or use in one area. If you find yourself hesitating, don't force it. You're not procrastinating by pausing, you're being thoughtful. Some decisions take time. Every 15 or 20 minutes, take a short break. Sit down, drink water, stretch. The goal isn't to finish fast, it's to stay steady. End each cleaning session with something complete, even if it's small. One corner cleared, one drawer organized, one bag filled. Ending with success helps your brain associate cleaning with peace, not exhaustion. Facing sentimental items without pain. Now comes the hardest part: sentimental clutter. The things that hold memories. The items that once made you smile, but now make you ache. This step takes courage, so don't rush it. When you pick up something sentimental, pause. Feel it. Then ask, does this bring me comfort or sadness? If it brings sadness, it's okay to let it go. If you're afraid of losing the memory, take a photo. Write a few lines about what it meant to you. Save the story, not the object. You're not erasing anyone or anything from your life. You're making space to live in the present. You can still honor the past without carrying every piece of it in your home. Keep only the items that make your space feel warm and loved, not crowded and heavy. The power of gentle progress. The moment you start creating visible change, no matter how small, something shifts inside you. Your space begins to reflect effort, care, and hope. That energy builds. Suddenly, cleaning stops being punishment. It becomes empowerment. You start to see your home differently. Instead of feeling like it's closing in on you, it starts to feel like it's opening up. That sense of control you thought you lost, it returns. Even 10 minutes of cleaning can reset your day. The point is consistency, not speed. Keep it light, keep it kind, and keep showing up. Building a routine that sticks. Once you've started, the next goal is to maintain the peace you've created. Find a rhythm that fits your energy. Maybe it's 10 minutes every morning after breakfast, or a quiet reset before bed. The routine doesn't have to be big, it just has to be regular. If you skip a day, don't spiral. Don't say, "I've ruined it." You simply start again the next day. That's what makes it judgment-free. There are no punishments, no failure, only progress that continues at your pace. Small habits build huge change. A 10-minute daily tidy adds up to over an hour a week. That's how clutter disappears quietly through small, compassionate effort, not through massive burnout days. Reward yourself for every step. One of the most underrated parts of cleaning is celebrating progress. When you finish even the smallest task, pause and acknowledge it. Sit in the clean area you just created. Feel how the energy shifts. Light a candle. Play soft music. Maybe call someone and share your progress. That positive reinforcement builds momentum. Your brain starts to connect cleaning with pride and relief instead of guilt. You're not just organizing a home. You're proving to yourself that you still have control, that you can change things one gentle step at a time. Learning to see your home with new eyes. As your home transforms, you'll notice something unexpected. Your mindset starts changing too. You'll feel lighter, calmer, more connected to your surroundings. It's not about making things perfect, it's about creating peace. When you sit in a space you've reclaimed, it feels like breathing after being underwater. You remember that you can make things better even when it felt impossible. You start seeing not just your progress, but your resilience. You'll also begin to notice how your home affects your emotions. A cluttered space adds quiet stress. A calm space, even if it's small, lifts your mood. That's why every little effort matters. You're not just cleaning, you're giving yourself emotional oxygen. Letting go of guilt once and for all. The truth is, your home doesn't need to impress anyone. You don't need to earn your worth through spotless floors or perfect organization. Your home should serve you. It should reflect your needs, your pace, and your current season of life. If something isn't helping you live comfortably, it doesn't belong, not physically and not emotionally. When you finally stop cleaning out of guilt, you begin cleaning out of love. Love for the person you are today. Love for the peace you're creating. Love for the life you're still living. Reclaiming pride and peace. As you continue, the guilt will fade. You'll look around and see effort, progress, and hope. Every drawer, every shelf, every room you reclaim becomes a quiet victory. That's not about keeping up with anyone else. It's about coming home to yourself. You don't need a perfect house to feel proud. You just need one that feels safe, warm, and manageable. One that says, this is my space, and I care about it. Cleaning can be a form of healing. It's how you reclaim control after chaos, how you rewrite the story of your space. And the best part is, you can start right now, exactly as you are. You don't have to earn a fresh start. You just have to allow it. Your home isn't disappointed in you, it's waiting for you, patiently, quietly. So take that first gentle step. Put on your music, take a deep breath, and start where you are. Remember, this is a judgment-free space. You're not cleaning to impress. You're cleaning to feel peace. You're cleaning to make room for life again. If this message spoke to you, share it with someone who might need the same gentle reminder. You never know who's carrying the same quiet guilt, waiting for permission to begin again. And as you move forward, keep this simple truth close. Progress is peace. Every small effort counts. You're not behind, you're healing. One kind choice at a time.